campus queen's mom always paid off the girls hanging around her, and I was low-key jealous as hell. So I started chasing her just to get her mom to pay me off too, and I made sure everyone thought we were a thing. Her mom took the bait and told me to take the money and stay away from her daughter. So after I kept my distance from the campus queen for a while, her mom was pretty satisfied. She was ready to give me the final payment, but just as I reached for the card, my hand got suddenly grabbed by Stephanie and she said, "Why did you just stop chasing me? Fong Shuyo think you can play me like that? You got a death wish or something?" In the tea room, the matriarch slid a bank card across to this blonde dude and told him to take the money and leave her daughter alone. The blonde guy sat back with his chin up, totally unbothered. "Ma'am, do you really think money can kill the love I have for your daughter? And if you keep getting in the way, I will make you disappear from this world." And the blonde guy froze. Then he just snatched the card and bolted out of there without even looking back. I was standing nearby holding a teapot, and my hands were literally shaking with excitement. Just 2 lines and $5 million in the bag. I looked down at my work uniform making $250 an hour. 3 times a week, 3 hours a shift. $8 grand a month, but that guy just opened his mouth and was set for life. Why am I even working a job? I started thinking hard. After getting back to school, I immediately downloaded finance textbooks and started working on my look. And then I bought some stationery and wrote Stephanie a love letter. I told her it was love at first sight and I just could not get her out of my head. I even copied a bunch of love poems to really sell how deep my feelings were. Once I was done, I went to her classroom to find her and I was feeling pretty confident. All I had to do was be a simp and bother Stephanie until her mom threw $5 million at me. I got this, I thought. When I got to the classroom, I spotted Stephanie right away. She was sitting near the back by the window, surrounded by a few of her roommates. Every one of them was like a total princess and they were all dead serious playing video games. I walked straight over and sat down next to Stephanie, and she looked up at me for a split second. Her eyes were sharp like someone had just stepped into her territory, and my heart was pounding like crazy. I hyped myself up internally and thought, "Relax, Stephanie. I am not just here to be your errand boy. I am here to eat well and get paid. Hey, is anyone sitting here?" She ignored me and kept playing her game, so I figured that meant yes. I took off my jacket and squeezed in, and I may have casually shown off my abs in the process. Then I leaned in and introduced myself. "Hey, I am Ryan, second year at the law school." She was as cold as ice and did not react to a single word I said. But people around us were already sneaking glances with the weirdest looks on their faces. Like they were watching a clown at the circus, but I did not care. As long as word got back to her mom, I was golden. When the bell rang, she put away her phone and actually paid attention in class. I quietly slid the love letter over and tucked it inside her book. She glanced at me and said nothing. She did not turn it down either. There is a chance, I thought, and I decided to go all in. "Hey Stephanie, I like you. Do you believe that feelings grow over time?" She raised an eyebrow, shot me a look of pure disdain, and quietly scooted a little further away. Perfect, I love the whole icy vibe, and over the next stretch of time, I was basically a stalker following her literally everywhere she went. If she had an early morning class, I would bring her breakfast and sit with her, and when she headed back to the dorm after class, I would wait downstairs, and a few times I ran into her family's housekeeper coming to pick up laundry. When she came for the laundry, I told her, "Do not worry about it, I will take care of washing her clothes from now on. You do not have to come by anymore," but the housekeeper completely ignored me. So I turned to Stephanie and said, "Does your family run a charity or something? Hiring people who cannot hear?" And Stephanie's roommates gradually started warming up to me, because I was always bringing food and drinks to their dorm, and I would line up at the second dining hall to snag their braised lion's head meatballs. Those meatballs were super popular and you had to wait forever. These ladies were not about to stand in line for food, so I earned the privilege of getting into their dorm. I say dorm, but really the whole floor was their exclusive rich kid housing. After that, I spent another month convincing them to let me handle all the cleaning. This step was key. I was one step closer to Stephanie. Every time Stephanie opened her laptop to work, I would sit right next to her. She never talked to me, but she never told me to leave either, so I just hung around. She stared at her screen. I stared at her. Thinking about how her mom was going to hand me $5 million someday just put a smile on my face. I asked her, "Do you ever get bored just sitting there? I can sing, want me to sing you something to pass the time?" She just said no. "Then how about I tell you a story?" "No." "Then let me tell you about myself. You should at least know something about the guy who is chasing you." She turned me down again, but I did not care, and just started listing my qualities anyway. "I think we are actually a great match. I am the hottest guy in the law school. You are the most beautiful girl in the finance school. Everywhere we go, people are going to be jealous of us. You never talk and come off super cold, and I am a total people person full of energy. Together we balance each other out perfectly." And then I started telling her about my greatest hits in life. Eventually she could not take it anymore and finally squeezed out 2 words. "Shut up." But whenever I asked her what she wanted to eat, she would actually respond, "Hey, I want some 3 fresh noodles." 3 fresh noodles are at the 4th dining hall, which is in a whole other part of campus. But I would still jump up immediately and go get them, and after a few months, you could say she was easy to chase, and yeah, she was definitely not easy. She only responded when she felt like it, but you could also say she was hard to chase. Because nobody was allowed to sit next to her in class yet, I managed to bug her every single day. And I had carved out a legitimate spot in her dorm, like right now for example. I said I wanted to eat and watch a show at the same time, and she just handed me her laptop. Sometimes when a scene got a little spicy, she would cover her eyes. Honestly, I could not tell if she was reacting to me or the show. And after lunch, when I was about to leave, her roommate Rachel squeezed up to me and whispered, "Hey Ryan, Stephanie's birthday is coming up." My eyes lit up. This was my shot. I had to pull off a massive over-the-top confession, because this slow boil approach was not moving her mom at all. I needed to go big. So I went online and searched for low-budget romantic gestures, and I decided to spell out a heart with candles on the track field, with both our names in the middle, as cheesy as it gets. The night before her birthday, I had Rachel and the others drag Stephanie out to the field. When she saw it, she turned around and started walking away, and I yelled, "Wait, there is more, come on!" She did not even look back, and afterward I felt completely humiliated. Luckily, campus security showed up and hosed down all the candles with a fire extinguisher. I apologized while helping clean up, and the next day an unknown number called me. I picked up, and the person said they were Mrs. Shen's personal assistant and that she wanted to meet with me. I said yes right away, absolutely. I will be right there, and it was the same tea room. Mrs. Shen looked me up and down. So you are the one who has been bothering my daughter. I put on my most righteous face and said, "Ma'am, that is not really a fair way to put it. We genuinely love each other and nobody can tear us apart." She wrinkled her nose in disgust and pushed the bank card toward me. "This is 5 million, now leave my daughter alone." And I held back the joy exploding inside me and forced out a few tears. We truly love each other. She even told me she wants to marry me, and when Mrs. Shen heard that, her expression completely changed. "Mary, you just look at yourself. Do you really think you are good enough for my daughter?" And I immediately stood up straight. "Ma'am, I have to push back on that your daughter likes me, so there must be something special about me." She was flustered for a moment, so she raised the offer. "Just leave her alone. Break it off and I will give you another 5 million later." But I immediately put on the most pitiful face I could and said, "It is not that I am leaving her for money. It is just that a relationship without a parent's blessing can never last. Ma'am, should we drop a contract? You need to put in writing that this is a gift." And Mrs. Shen looked absolutely disgusted. The Shen family never takes back what we give out. Now break up with my daughter and get out of my sight. And I stood up with my heart going absolutely wild. "Yes, ma'am." And then I pulled out my phone and called Stephanie. The phone rang twice before she picked up. She jumped straight in. "I want 3 fresh noodles for lunch." Her voice was as nice as ever, but I had $5 million now and all the confidence in the world.